In this lecture, we will learn about the hyperbolic functions that Python's math module gives us access to. At the top of the program, we will import Python's math module by typing import math. The sinh function will return the hyperbolic sign of the value we pass in. For this example, we will use Python's print function and print out the hyperbolic sign of 3.0 using the math module's sinh function. When we run the code, you will notice that the value printed is the hyperbolic sign of 3.0. Similarly, the math module allows us to get the hyperbolic cosine of a value using the cosh function. For this example, let's get the hyperbolic cosine of negative 2.0 and print it to the console. When we run the code, you will notice that the hyperbolic cosine of negative 2.0 was printed to the Pycharm console. As you may have guessed, Python's math module also gives us the tanh function to obtain the hyperbolic tangent of a value. For example, we can print out the value of math.tanh and pass in 0.3. When we run the code, you will notice that the hyperbolic tangent of 0.3 was printed out. Just like we can use Python to get the hyperbolic sine, cosine, and tangent for certain values, we can also use Python to get the inverse hyperbolic sine, cosine, and tangent. For example, we can print out the result of a call to the math module's asinh function and pass in 90. When we run the code, you will notice that the inverse hyperbolic sine of 90 was output. We can also print out the result of the inverse hyperbolic cosine of 90 using the acosh function. When we run the code, notice that the inverse hyperbolic cosine of 90 was output. And of course, we can get the inverse hyperbolic tangent of a value using the atanh function. When we pass in a value of 0.2 and run the code, notice that we get the inverse hyperbolic tangent of 0.2 output to the Pycharm console.